The Tour de France is a prestigious annual multi-stage bicycle race conducted predominantly in France, but occasionally in neighboring countries as well. It is regarded as one of the most prestigious and difficult professional road cycling championships. Typically, the race takes place over the course of 3 weeks in July. The Tour de France was initiated in 1903 by the publication L'Auto as a means of increasing circulation. Since then, its popularity has increased and it has become a significant sporting event with a worldwide following. The race encompasses tens of thousands of kilometers and is comprised of 21 stages, including level stages, mountain stages, individual time trials, and team time trials. Professional cyclists from teams all over the globe compete in the Tour de France in an effort to win individual stages, gain jerseys in various categories, and ultimately win the race overall. The leader of the race wears the coveted maillot jaune, which is bestowed to the cyclist with the fastest overall score. The polka dot jersey is awarded to the best climber, the green jersey is awarded to the best sprinter, and the white jersey is awarded to the best junior cyclist. The Tour de France attracts millions of spectators along its route and is broadcast globally, making it an important sporting event on the international calendar. Eddy Merckx, Bernard Hinault, Miguel Indurain, Lance Armstrong, and Chris Froome are among the legendary cyclists who have won this prestigious race and obtained fame and triumph as a result. Here are some essential facts about the Tour de France. The Tour de France is a multi-stage race that typically consists of 21 stages over the course of 3 weeks. There are level stages, mountain stages, individual time trials, and team time trials included in the stages. Uniforms. Different colored uniforms are presented to the top cyclists in each category. The cyclist with the lowest aggregate time receives the yellow uniform, maillot jaune. The red polka dot jersey is awarded to the best climber, the green jersey to the best sprinter, and the white jersey to the best junior cyclist. The Tour de France showcases professional cycling teams with an average of 8 cyclists per squad. The teams vie for stage victories, jersey classifications, and the overall triumph. Since its inaugural running in 1903, the race has a long and storied past. It has become ingrained in French culture and is renowned for its iconic landmarks and locations along the route. Each year, the race typically begins in a different French city, and the final stage traditionally concludes on the Champs-Élysées in Paris. The Tour de France is well known for its difficult mountain stages in the Pyrenees and Alps. These stages feature arduous ascents that test the endurance and ascending abilities of the cyclists. The race frequently includes iconic mountain passes such as Alpe d'Huez, Mont Ventoux, and Col du Tourmalet. The Tour de France is not only a measure of physical fortitude, but also a battle of tactics and strategy. Teams and riders use strategies such as breakaways, drafting, and team support to obtain an advantage. Individual time trials are frequently instrumental in determining the overall victor. The Tour de France attracts millions of spectators, both in person and through television broadcasts, along its route. It is one of the most watched sporting spectacles in the world and has a global audience. Throughout its history, the Tour de France has been involved in numerous doping controversies. Doping incidents have resulted in disqualifications, sanctions, and reputation damage for some riders and teams. There have been efforts to combat doping through enhanced testing and more stringent anti-doping measures. The Tour de France is an iconic sporting event that combines athleticism, strategy, and the breathtaking landscapes of France. Its exhilarating competition and rich history captivate cycling enthusiasts and sports viewers equally. Where does the Tour de France take place? The specific Tour de France route differs from year to year. However, the majority of the race is held in France, with infrequent stages in neighboring countries. Each year, the starting point and route of the race are altered to exhibit various regions of France and to provide cyclists with varied challenges. During its 3-week duration, the Tour de France typically visits numerous cities, villages, and regions throughout France. It frequently involves mountain stages, level stages, and time trials. The course is determined by the race organizers, who evaluate historical significance, difficult terrain, and beautiful scenery. Traditionally, the final stage of the Tour de France concludes on the Champs-Élysées in Paris, where the overall victor is honored on the podium. The remaining stages may take place in various regions of France, including the Alps, the Pyrenees, Brittany, Normandy, and the Massif Central. To learn the precise locations and route of the upcoming Tour de France, please see on description.